Good evening, boys and girls, and welcome to yet another edition of Ask Zen. We've got an unusual question tonight, and I'm going to let her just ask the question, and we'll go from there. This is Threat Manic, and a frequent viewer here, and hopefully we can help her out with her question. So if you will, Sam, go right ahead.
Think of the person that is closest to you. Maybe it's a roommate, maybe it's a best friend, a sister, something. And you hear her crying, you're sleeping, and you hear her crying, and she knocks on your door. You don't sleep in the same room. So, you hear her knocking at the door and crying. And you're like, what's wrong? And she comes in, and she has the legs of, like, a goat. Right, with the hooves and everything. Do goats have hooves? Yeah, they do. What would you do? Seriously. Fuzzy and everything, and she just says, I woke up and now my legs are goat legs. Would you call the ambulance? That's what my family said. They said if I came in and I had goat legs, they'd call an ambulance. Really, what are they going to do? And would you continue being friends with them after they have goat legs? That's something to think about. I'm going to go.
Okay. I think first of all, one of the most important things that you can do is see, are they in any pain? You know, is this causing them any discomfort, any pain from the affliction? Secondly, I do agree that they should see a doctor. You know, I know that your family said that you should call an ambulance. I don't think that's the right answer. You don't want the ambulance workers freaking the fuck out. You don't want to get them into a hospital situation where there's a whole bunch of people and they're freaking out. You know, because it's going to be pretty strange for everybody involved. So first I would say, you know, try to do what you can to make them as comfortable as you can, both emotionally and physically, and see if they're suffering from any pain. Once you've got that taken care of, if you can, if you're able to, then I think the second thing to do is to, you know, this is a loved one and somebody that you trust, so you don't think they're playing a joke on you. You know, you kind of want to see how extensive is the damage. You know, does it only come up to their hips, or is it higher up? Does it seem to be something that's spreading? You know, is it safe to touch them? Is a good question. I don't think I would worry too much about if it was safe for me. I think I'd be more concerned with their welfare in my case. And be like, well, you know, we'll both be goat people. And then I think you should get them to a doctor as quickly as possible, because only a doctor, since you're worried about the human side, as opposed to the goat side, in which case you would get a vet. But get them to a doctor. Let the doctor talk to them and find out, you know, what have they been eating, drinking, you know, taking. Because this may just be an affliction that looks like goat legs. You know, and those things happen all the time. Barnum Bailey Circus had some kids, or Ripley's Believe It or Not, I guess it was, had some kids that, you know, had facial hair that, you know, they looked like our movie Wolfman. So there are afflictions that look like one thing that may be another, and he may go, it's really, really rare, but this is a case of this, and through whatever textbooks and stuff, be able to treat it. If worse comes to worse, and there's no treatment for it, and there's nothing else that you can do, and obviously it's going to be difficult to walk, you know, on two hoofs, then you have to decide if you want to be public with it, which is going to be a frickin' circus, or if you want to be private with it. If you want to be private with it, then, you know, you bring out a chair, a wheelchair, or something like that, and you know, cover their legs. And as far as anybody is concerned, this is someone who's afflicted with a disease, which that's obvious, that makes their legs not usable at this time, or not able to travel well, which is true. And they could live out their entire life like that without being a spectacle, still loved by you and the people around them that know them well, and still live out a productive life. In the meantime, you can do research into biblical texts and Greek texts and Egyptian texts for other creatures that are similar to what her condition is, and see if were those creatures always that way, or was it something that came suddenly, like it did to her, and were they always that way after the fact, or was there some cure? You may actually find something that's very helpful in that text. So from where I'm sitting, and from what I can see, if you care about your friend, the first thing you do is you worry about their physical pain that they may be having. You secondly worry about, is this threatening to their life, by seeing a doctor, and maybe seeing a psychologist as well, because obviously there's going to be an emotional trauma to them. And then lastly, you try to find a way for them to have a productive life from this point on. So, in all seriousness, as silly as the question seems, I think that would probably be the best route to take, given the information that we've been given. Sam, I'd like to thank you for your question, and if anybody else has a question out there that you'd like to ask Zen Archer about anything, obviously about anything, please feel free to leave me a private message, and we'll see what we can do to help you out. Thanks again, and until then, be well.